Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here, and I'm looking forward to showing you this event that we had where it was just all horseback riding people that are part of the equine community, let's say. Something that's really common in Calabria every so often is to have what they call a Raduno. And basically this is a horseback riding event, usually involves a trail ride and maybe even some games or whatever. And usually there's also food involved and alcohol, of course. This was something that was very special because this particular Raduno took place at the farm that I used to work at, which was so cool. So I'm looking forward to showing you that and also showing you some of the people that have been part of my world for the last several years. Horses and horse culture, all of this is a really big part of Calabria's lifestyle. Obviously, this being a relatively rural farming community, the entire region has a lot of rural lands. And so, of course, horses were a big part of that because they acted as work animals, family pets, and so on. Now, a couple things that you should know. Almost nobody here calls me by my real name. My real name is Ashley, but most of the people in my community here refer to me as Angela or Angelina. So you're probably going to hear those two names several times throughout the video, and I just want you to know that I'm the person they're referring to when they say that. Why my name is Angela or Angelina is a story for another day, but I just wanted you to be aware so that you're not confused, like, who's Angela and why this name? So anyway, it was a really chaotic day, something completely crazy. I was so exhausted by the time we were done with this, but it was a really great time. That said, let's get into the video. Good morning, and we're here at Filippo's place. We've got a big horseback riding event today, so I'm going to take as many videos as possible. Everybody's already arriving with the horses that they have, and yeah, it should be a lot of fun if we can keep it safe, you know. But yeah, we'll have a good time. You know, horseback riding is a really big part of Calabrian culture too. There's a huge like tradition surrounding horses and raising horses and all of that. So that's something that I can get to at a later time. But I'm excited to be here. It's been years since I went to some kind of horseback riding event like this, so this should be a lot of fun. And I know pretty much all the guys that are going to be here today. I went to another horseback riding event like 6 years ago with them, and it was really fun. So the weather's beautiful today. It should be a really good time, and yeah, I'll show you around. Yesterday when I asked everybody what time we should be getting here, they told me 8 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, conosco I miei polli. There's no way that I'm showing up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I showed up at 9 instead, and there's still nobody here. They're just now arriving. So, you know, I'm starting to figure this lifestyle out. So basically we have this whole area here that they're prepping for when we're finished with the event. We're going to come back and eat something. Filippo's wife is an amazing cook. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're expecting about 20-30 people maybe. So this here is Mutari Green Park, and it's a great farm located in Vibo Valentia. It's where I used to work and take out the tourists out on the horses. Here we're just letting the horses have a quick munch before we get them all saddled up and ready to go. It's going to be a bit of a long ride, so they're going to need the energy for sure. Coming with us today? Are you coming? Everybody started to arrive around 9:30 or so that was when we grabbed the rest of the horses, tied them up, started to get all the saddles and pads prepared. At this point, everybody was pretty much ready to go, but in proper Calabrian fashion, people were just taking their time, easygoing, not too worried about anything that was about to happen on the way. Well, the farm has lots of sweet animals and other characters. 10 o'clock. We're still not doing anything. They're getting the horses ready. And yeah. That was impressive. Something I will say about the horsemanship here, there is a real care and sort of lifestyle culture surrounding this. Everyone at this point was pretty well ready to go, so it was just a matter of me going back and grabbing my own horse. And we're off. The first part of the ride was mostly through the olive groves, and this is something that I really wanted to show you because the olive groves grow so vast here and they're really, really expansive. Some of these trees are extremely old. We're talking about hundreds of years old in some cases. It's really comfortable to ride through the olive groves because they provide so much shade and relief from the hot, beating sun. That was something that I really enjoyed about this particular ride.
Some of these trees are centuries old. They're huge. Look at that. You might not be able to see it, but it's huge.
This part of the ride was a bit treacherous. It was definitely downhill, and you probably can't see how inclined it is from the angle of the video, but it was a bit precarious.
Nunzio, say hi to the camera.
Hi.
Hi.
We used to go out with the tourists every year together, and yeah, he's one of the ones that really knows how to ride. I mean, just look at how open and vast these plains are. It always kind of impresses me just how different the Calabrian countryside can look. I mean, we've got the mountains, we've got the sea, we've got everything in between. It's just an absolutely beautiful landscape and a really, really great place to ride.
Salute, Valerio.
Ciao Angelina. Ciao Valerio.
Whew, it's a hot day. Everybody's worried that I have sun protection on. But yeah, it's a really, really, really beautiful day. Very hot. But I'm glad that we're here. It's a nice experience coming out. And the dogs came out with us. This bad boy. He's got to be eating all the damn time. Salute.
Hello.
Everybody's just hanging out, having a quick beer, letting the horses munch a little bit, and eventually we'll get back on the road again.
Horses are such a huge part of Calabrian culture, and I think this is something that a lot of people don't realize, but horses were not just for work, they were also family pets, they were a form of transportation, so it's definitely something that we can still see today. I mean, ultimately, horses are what made me move to the region in the first place. This was my first job, and living here as essentially an interpreter for the ranch was an incredible experience.
There's a real passion for horseback riding here and like just this lifestyle. It is interesting though because it's extremely male dominated, and yeah, I finally counted everybody. It was about 20 of us. It was about 20 of us at the end of the day, and 2 of us ladies. So yeah, it's good. It's all good. What I will say is that it's a hot day, hot as hell. And I'm glad that we're taking a little break here because it was killing. The sun just beats down on you. And since we got kind of a late start, there was nothing to do about that. But that's to be expected here in Calabria. So what can you do? Anyway, we're going to hang out a little bit longer, have another drink probably, and then get back on our way.
Horses in Calabria, they're not just for luxury or sport, at least not traditionally. There were more work animals or family animals, and they pulled cars, helped with farming, got people from one village to another through the mountains or, you know, going around otherwise popular roads.
Chaos. They're trying to figure out if they want to go on the long route or they want to go on the short route, and pretty much everybody said short route so that we can all get something to eat in a little bit.
Yeah.
Chaos. Absolute chaos. We're on our way back for sure. And, you know, we've got a couple people that want to run.
Something that I really love about Calabria is these Raduni that we have here. They're a great way to meet other people, bond through horsemanship, and just kind of share in this equine culture that I think is so cool. Here we're just washing down the horses, getting them all settled before going back to eat. Maria had something really, really nice planned for us.
Ciao Angela.
Cosa stai cucinando? Eh?
Sto cucinando la pasta che stanno arrivando tutti i cavalieri per mangiare.
Perfetto. Cosa abbiamo qua? Abbiamo la pasta, poi una parmigiana, mi sa.
Sì,
Poi qua
l'antipasto.
l'antipasto. Abbiamo tutti gli antipasti.
Parla tu Angela.
Mamma mia. Bello. Bello.
Everything was just about prepared at this point. People were just kind of hanging around, taking a quick smoke break as per usual, and just about ready to eat. As I mentioned in some of my other videos, Calabria food culture is amazing, and Maria definitely didn't disappoint. We had some great dishes planned for the rest of the day. First out was the antipasto, which I'll show you here.
Okay, Nunzio, what do we have here?
3 giorni dopo il tuo matrimonio.
Okay.
La tua quando mi sono fatto male. La tua sua ma la conosci.
Formaggio questo sarà misto. Polpette.
Non gli ha rotto niente.
E poi qua abbiamo altri tipi di
Capillari,
pipi e
bene,
patate con
super
malmoni.
versatile.
Ok, un altro tipo. Abbiamo due tipi.
Vabbè, non mi
Serving a lot of people at once is not for the weak. I mean, we had a solid 25 or 30 people that we needed to feed, and it was pretty intense. The ladies were working so hard. This was our first course here, of course, a nice plate of pasta. Then for the second course, we had some great goat meat, stewed, tender, and then, of course, some sausage.
Scusa.
The ladies started to work hard on some of the dough to make sweets, and that was a really, really nice surprise. What was so funny was at some point, we had some tourists that showed up, and I wasn't prepared to go back out with the horses, but I was the only one that spoke English, and they just so happened to be from the States. It was really funny, though, because they showed up right at the end of us eating and drinking and dancing, and it was probably a really intense cultural experience. Neither one of them was of Italian descent, let alone Calabrian, and so I don't think that they knew quite what they were walking into, but it was a blast.
Vagabondo.
And we ended up taking them out on the horses for a nice ride, and it was a great way to end the day. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed seeing some of the horse community and this part of the culture that I think a lot of people don't really know about, but it is really important and it's substantial in the region. So I'm glad that I could show you that. If you liked this video, please like, share, comment, subscribe. All of that really helps the channel and continues to help push me to make more content like this. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it so much, and I will see you in the next video.